Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all your updates. Like I said for today's video, it's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I test my palate and I do something out of my usual style choices, or I'll maybe even do like coffee. I might even start doing some spirits. But I would argue the best thing to do to test your palate is a mystery beer where you have no idea what it is and you go in completely blind. And this one's courtesy of Steven. Thanks so much, Steven. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it. Nice hiss when I opened it. Got caught in the tape a little bit. All right. Yeah, integrity of the can still good. All right. I mean, I guess I don't know, poured it relatively aggressive, but decent amount of head. Have a little hair or something up my nostril that I really want to dig at, but not on camera. So that's going to annoy me. Anyway, so it's orange. A little bit of yellow, so it's kind of like sunshine, sun setting, not getting to quite to pink, but like that kind of, like transition. How do I do it that way? Hopefully that was pretty couth. Let's see. About a finger and a half ahead at this point. It's like just white. Like I don't even know if I can say it's barely off-white. Pretty compact bubbles, a little sudsy on top. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like it could be, it definitely could be someone's New England style IPA. Depending on what it smells like and tastes like, well, I mean, obviously, but like just from the look, I'll say that for now since I haven't smelled it or tasted it. But let's get into that aroma. I get this like lemon, orange, strawberry combination. There's some sweetness to it, but a good amount of earth also. Like almost like dirt, but a little bit like vegetal. But yeah, it smells like just kind of being outdoors. There's something else familiar. Can't place it yet. All right, let's get into that taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Steven. It's got a good level of dryness to it. Like, it's very grapefruity, lemon zesty, then a little bit of orange. It's interesting. I don't know if it's a Brut IPA. It's not like quite dry enough for that, but like it has these elements that seem kind of IPA-like, but then it's like really dry. There's some tartness, almost like approaching sourness, but it's not like full-on sour where I think it's a sour IPA. But like because of the vibrant citrus, it feels like I'm casting a really broad net. It could be like a really citrus-forward, like farmhouse ale even. It's very citrusy. I'd explain the smell like that earth thing. A little wildness perhaps. It's somewhat thin. Slightly acidic. Yeah, it's gotta be some sort of, it's again not full on wild or sour, but like there's a little bit of that going on. It's so citrusy. Man. Yeah, and with how thin it is and dry, relatively speaking, anyway, I think it's relatively low ABV. Yeah, this is weird. Like it's also it tastes good. You know, don't let me forget to say that part. I don't get any big Belgian yeast notes, so like I'm hesitant to go all in on saison or a dry wit beer or something. But like it does. Okay, this is what it tastes like. It tastes like yeah, like almost like someone was like, I like saisons, I like light IPAs, pale ale. I want to make like a hybrid. That's what it drinks like. But then to try to like accurately guess what that is, like no one's brewing that. And yeah, the ABV because it's so kind of like thin, but then there's a lot of flavor to it. Not that you have to have a high ABV beer to kick out a lot of flavor, but it has a good flavor. Very citrusy with some of that earth stuff. All right, so yeah, I don't feel great about this because again, it drinks like a amalgamation of things. It's man, and like the lacing sticks really nicely, which makes me think it's lower ABV too. Even though I don't get any sort of Belgian yeastiness, I'll lean into that like citrus forward, dry farmhouse saison. I don't think it's a wit. Like 5 to 6%, so I'll say 5.5%. I'll split the difference. And if there are adjuncts, it's got to be citrus or something. It's not bready though, so not like bread, but like maybe yeah, like a yeast like that. Yeah, it's too dry to be an IPA. There's too much going on for it to just be like an IPA, I think. All right, let's see. Oh, that's pretty easy. You're kidding me. Okay. All right. Well, it didn't go where I wanted it to. I have had this beer. It's Julie-ish from Treehouse. I'm glad I kept talking about the citrus over and over and over again. I didn't get any Belgian yeast despite leaning into that. What's the ABV? I bet I'm close on that. 5.2. Okay, so almost exact on the ABV. It's they call it American Pale Ale. Julie-ish was an inevitability for hot summer days. Crafted to be everything you love about Julius, but in pale ale form, Julie-ish carries a glowing orange body and uniquely fluffy appeal. It carries notes of fresh squeezed orange juice, sticky mango, tropical fruits offset by an appropriate and thirst-quenching bitterness. It's pale ale nirvana. Again, it's 5.2. I said 5.5. R.I.P. Bob Saget, Night Michelle. And this is from January 10th. It is currently April 3rd. So a little bit of age on it. Fair enough. That could be part of some of the stuff I was getting where it's not, I don't know. It's definitely, okay, so what did I do while on? Let's start positive. Almost nailed the ABV. Nailed the citrus. Mentioned that too many times, probably than I should have. That it had a dryness and a thinness to it. And I'm getting a lot of grip. I'll have to watch my review of this, like knowing what it was, because now I'm like really curious. I'm going to consider the almost 3 months to maybe be a factor a little bit. I didn't get any oxidation, nothing like that. Please do not misunderstand me. But, could be why it wasn't so vibrantly pale ale IPA-y to me. Based on things I didn't do well or as well on. I knew it didn't have it didn't taste Belgian-y, but like it has this dry. How else to qualify it? Yeah, it has this dry citrusiness, which yeah, I mean it makes sense with not knowing what it is, but like a non-Belgian yeasty Belgian ale. I mean, fair enough. I don't know. Like didn't nail the style, obviously. knowing what it tastes like, knowing what I said, knowing what the beer is, but nailing the ABV, nailing this, I'll do a C plus. You could talk me into a B minus. That's what I'll give myself. How about you guys? What do you think? And yeah, I'll have to rewatch my Julie-ish review and see what I said about it when I knew what was in the can. Thanks again, Steven, for sending them. I really appreciate it. These are super fun to do. Have you had this beer before? How do you think I did? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's no hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.